Hey there. So, out in the Peak District, got a little friend. This is Paul from Paul and Pack. Some of you might know his channel. If you don't, there's a link in the description below. It's the first time I've actually met Paul, but we've been chatting online for a bit, and we decided to meet up. It's kind of middle ground for both of us. Paul's never really been out in the peaks before, so we've come up Kinder Scout. We're doing it's about a 16-mile hike today, ish, and then we're going to pitch up on Kinder Scout somewhere, probably on the north side, and then tomorrow we're going to head over to Marjorie Stones and maybe do a wild camp there. So that is the plan. I'm not going to film a huge amount whilst we're en route because we're too busy chatting, but maybe around camp might chat a little bit more, and we can have a chat with Paul as well and have a look at some of his gear. Yeah, I've got the Durston X-Mid with me, which is what Paul lent me, and it's quite heavy. I think about 16 kilo in here, but it's feeling all right. It's definitely, in terms of the lighter weight packs that I've got, it's definitely handles the weight really well. Transfers it to the hips. Anyway, I'll come back to that later. Got a lovely day for it, lovely views, and yeah, we need to crack on because it's 3 o'clock and we've still got a long way to go. Perfect day for it, isn't it?
Yeah, it's spot on. Even that breeze, I just don't mind that breeze at all.
No, it's nice. Takes the edge off.
So it is pretty exposed, and I guess that if you're up here in some bad weather, it might not be so fun.
Yeah, I think, I've seen a few videos where it's didn't look too much fun.
You've certainly got some pretty massive views though.
Yeah, you get some nice views up here. I don't think I've ever been up here while it's been so quiet. So we're out on a Friday, and yeah, I thought there might be a few more people, a few more crowds, and it's probably get cracking on to about 4 o'clock now, I guess. Yeah, it's still quite quiet. How are you getting on so far, Paul?
Enjoying it,
Enjoying the walk, enjoying the peaks.
Yeah, nice little introduction.
Might not be saying that tomorrow when it's pissing down with rain and thunderstorms.
Michael Fisher's got it wrong tomorrow.
Yeah, let's hope so.
One of his famous mistakes.
Alright, so we're just on the hunt for water. We're just coming up to Kinder Downfall, and we're hoping there's going to be some water there. Apparently there is, a guy said, we just passed it, there is some water, which is good because we are running a bit low. It's the only problem when you come up to Kinder Scout, especially from the far side, don't bring enough water, and then you can end up in a bit of bother. But the worst thing would have been, we would have had to have come off the mountain and gone into the valleys. Yeah, lovely day, really lovely day up here. I think this is the nicest weather I've had up on Kinder Scout, and there's just nobody around. The odd person we've seen, but again, it's just so quiet, which is great. So I think we're going to hike for a couple more miles, and then we're going to find somewhere to pitch up and yeah, enjoy the rest of the evening. We've found what we think is an okay place. It's not amazing. Paul's just ran off over there to see if there's anything around that part there that we can see where the sheep are. Anything down there? No, nothing. Nah, it's fine.
It's like a little, it's almost like a little enclosure, and it's kind of like this, but it's not as flat, and it's right next to the trail as well.
Right, okay.
So this is looking like the best option.
This is fine, and the nice thing about it here, you've got these for tables, and sit on these, and and we can just walk out for the views and yeah, let's do it. Good.
That much excitement, surely.
No. So you've got a leaf in front of your face. Just talking about train spotters, and we don't quite get it. So if you're a train spotter, leave in the comments below.
Sorry.
Why you like train spotting and prove us wrong. Oh, it's been a while since I've had this tent out.
I've converted to the school of outside your bag tent carrying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. For one,
Well, that fits in quite well, doesn't it?
it gives you a ton more space inside your bag.
True, yeah.
And for two,
Not sure that would fit, but I suppose if I squeezed it the right way it would.
it doesn't matter how well you pack your wet tent up. If it's inside your bag, it's always going to make something else down.
Yeah, true that, yeah. Yeah, true that.
It seems to be quite nice, either in the side pocket or on the bottom of the backpack.
The pockets on the Cackwell aren't that big, are they? And they're all right.
No.
These ones, they're all right, but they're not like that. They're cavernous. They are. Paul's been spending his money again.
I don't have any money left now.
Exactly, that's what I said. You've been spending your money. So Paul's got the Durston X-Mid Pro 2. This is the two-person version.
Yeah, two-person. I wanted a bit more space.
Oh, I'm very jealous, Paul. Now you're going to make me want to buy one now, and it's going to be all your fault. All your fault. It already looks really nice and shiny.
Separate you from your money somehow.
Yeah. And you'll be set up long before I am.
I don't know. Something's not right here.
I guess that's one of the things about the X-Mids. If you haven't got quite a flat pitch, they can be a bit wonky, can't they?
It's not like, like with a freestanding tent, you just pop the stakes in, it's not much room for error, and off you go.
Yeah.
If you don't get that basic pitch right first,
Yeah.
that tent's not going to be going up right at all.
So this is the first time I've pitched it with this this inner. Yes, this is traditionally a 4-season tent, but you can get a as I've got. You can convert it into more of a summer tent. So yeah, it is a bit more on the complex side. You all sat there and with your beers and your Pringles. No, I'm right at the moment, thanks. Me still faffing about with a tent. God, you got your sleeping pad up and everything. What sleeping pad have you got?
I've got not the most current, it's just the Neo Air X Lite.
Okay.
But it's not the new NXT one.
Right.
But it is going to get replaced shortly because it's rather mouldy.
Yeah, my Nemo tents has gone mouldy.
And I thought I'd been quite careful with it as well, but obviously not.
That's what I thought of my Nemo tents are. I don't get it.
I mean, I've not been using my mouth to blow it up. I've either been using the pump sack or the pump, the electric pump.
Yeah, same here. And yeah, it's moulded. You can see all on this that there's mould on it, and I don't get it, because I get it every time I'm done with it. At the weekend, I get it out and I leave it out to dry in there. Ooh, holy moly.
That's some serious cake.
Ooh, that's some serious cake.
That one.
Oh my word. Holy shizzle.
Entire jammy dodger.
Yeah, I didn't need to bring the flapjacks that I bought.
I don't know.
But I'm sure we'll get through them.
We get the right.
I might have to come off here because it's a bit on the windy side. This thing is ferocious though.
Oh,
Absolutely ferocious. Just burnt my hand.
yeah. Yeah, you can use that.
Is that sure? It's got It's got no juice on it. It's got like meat juice on
No,
it.
it's only for cleaning out my pot. It'll be fine.
Sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go for it. Yeah, meat juice.
Oh, meat juice. Everyone loves a bit of meat juice. Unless you're vegan. Andy, sorry. And Andy's like scowling at the screen. So I've got the BRS. BRS. I can't remember. I can never remember the model number. BRS
3000 is
BRS 2000. So I've got that going, and the thing is absolutely ferocious. And Paul has got the Pocket Rocket Deluxe, which does look very nice indeed, and probably controls the heat a lot better than the BRS.
It's
but
actually got some really good simmer control on it.
that's it. Yeah, that hasn't at all. It's kind of like, yeah, it's a bit ferocious, but it's fine. I mean, for the price, you can't complain. The BRS,
20 quid or
absolutely mental, and they're so light. I mean, they weigh absolutely nothing. Really good bit of kit. Oh, this is a nice spot because we've got this whole little table here, which is
worked out quite well.
which is delightful.
The amount of times you just end up somewhere and you look around and you're like, oh, there's a log there, that'll do, and you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Heathen.
Oh, you on the heathen as well?
I love heathen.
It's quite nice. I've been.
That's my number one favourite beer. 8.5%.
Whoa!
This is my second favourite beer. 7.2%. I'm going to be drunk. What we'll do tonight is we'll do a swapsies. So if you have one of my beers.
Oh, I can't take one of yours.
Yeah, and then I take one of these, and then we just that's right.
No, that's not fair.
No, yeah, but I'll be wasted, and you'll be looking at me going, "What is this absolute plonker doing?" It's fine.
We've got the cakes, and might even be a few Pringles left if we're lucky. What I tend to do quite a lot is go on a rant about something, and
That's what we want tonight. We want a rant from Paul. We're gonna get a rant from Paul, I'm
a
sure.
lot of my rants don't make it into the videos, but somehow.
They can make it into mine because it's fine. Because it's not me saying it. I get Paul into loads of trouble.
That is some serious paella in there.
Yes, thank you. That'll do it. Jesus Christ. Ooh.
It said on the packet serves 4, so possibly 2 hikers maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think how many calories we've burnt? So, I'm reading 2,655 calories burnt off today. Definitely haven't eaten 2,655 calories. That is for sure. I'm glad you bought this couscous because it went down well. It's nice.
Maybe just a little bit too much, but. I've found the Holy Grail.
Oh, those are supposed to be great. Yeah.
It's this little company called Farpoint Outdoor Gear. It's basically just somebody in Oregon, and they do a small batch of stuff every month and put it up on the website for sale. And if you're not there straight away, it's just gone.
Okay.
This just compacts down to like the size of a tennis ball, basically, and feel how heavy it is.
Oh wow.
There's just nothing.
This is like ultralight. So where's it from again?
Farpoint Outdoor Gear. And they make loads of stuff. They've got like a hood. I've got a hoodie in there with it, which is brilliant.
So what is this? This is the what?
It's what is it?
It's his pants.
Yeah, that's pants. Yeah.
Pants, very American, isn't it?
Camp pants.
Trousers. Oh wow, yeah, that's quite cool. And they're super warm.
Yeah, they're just they're perfect for sleeping. I wouldn't hike in them. The problem with the material is that it's not very heavy duty. They do different weights of it. This is like the lightest weight to do. Hoodie in it as well, and it breathes so well that you can have it on in like.
Oh, that looks great. How much did this cost?
It was like $80, $80 US
Oh, okay, that's all right.
So it's not crazy money.
Yeah, that looks nice.
But again, that's the lightest weight one to do.
I'll get links from Paul and put them in the description below for this stuff because that looks amazing.
I've got some socks and gloves coming from them in the same stuff. I think it's Polartec Alpha. I can't remember the name of the material.
So compared to like wearing, obviously you've got a down jacket on now, but compared to wearing like a down jacket, So if you took your down jacket off and wore that now, would you be warm or?
Yeah. What happens? I mean, there's no wind blocking ability to it at all.
Right.
That's one of the things.
Okay.
I mean, that's why these are so good for sleeping in. And I've got some socks on the way that are going to replace my sleeping socks.
It's just like really like, ooh.
It's so soft. And
It's
as soon as you put it on, you can feel
warmth. Well, it's just, it feels like really cozy as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
it feels like...
It's just so nice.
Yeah, that's
the
nice.
The only downside is the material snags so easily.
Okay, so you've got to be quite careful with it.
You've got to be really careful that you don't catch it on anything.
Right.
Yeah, I love it.
So this is camp. So I've got the Stoneglacier Skyscraper 2, which I normally bring out in the winter. This is my winter tent. It normally has the 4-season inner. However, they also sell separately this mesh inner, which is here. And so obviously it makes it slightly lighter weight. I don't know the exact weights. I will put them on the screen. But yeah, obviously for the summer, it's a good option. Now, the reason I kind of bought it was because I do have the Z-Pax duplex that I would tend to use in the summer. However, if I'm up on a mountain and the weather is questionably blowy, I wouldn't quite have the confidence in the Z-Pax duplex staying up. Whereas with this, I absolutely do. I've had this out in some horrendous conditions and it stayed up fine. So it kind of gives me that option if I want to in the summer go and do a summer camp, and I know that it might get a bit windy. Then I've got that option to take this and know that I'm going to be okay. My tent's not going to blow down. So before it gets too cold, let's have a quick look around. Too cold? Too dark? I'm too drunk. So what are the main differences between the X-Mid Pro and the normal version?
Your main difference is it's the DCF material on the outer.
We've got this DCF material, yeah.
So it's incredibly lightweight, incredibly strong. Don't get any naked flames anywhere near it, but that goes for all tent material.
True.
And keep anything sharp and pointy away from it as well, because it will puncture easily, which is why they don't like making tent floors out of it a lot of the time, which is why you'll notice on the X-Mid it's got a sill nylon, sill poly I believe.
So it's got sill poly floor, yeah, whereas my my Z-Pax duplex has a DCF floor, which they say you don't need a ground sheet for, but I
had a tarp tent, Rainbow Lithium, which is a DCF tent, and the second night out in it, I punctured the floor.
Yeah.
So if you just happen to have something sharp and pointy that you've not spotted on your campsite, and you lay your tent out, and then you're laid on top of it with your sleeping mat, it's going to poke through.
Yeah.
It just did.
Which is why Dan has actually chosen this material, which I know some people have commented on and said that they would have, why did you choose that? But yeah, it's because it is more puncture resistant. It's not a tougher material overall, but it's more puncture resistant because it's all to do with like how easy it is to actually puncture this material. Whereas if you stretch that, you can stretch it and probably break it. You can't stretch that and break it, isn't it? That's true, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's the kind of the difference between the strengths. And obviously you've got it's just
single skin.
It's a single skin tent.
And so you've got no solid there. It's just all mesh on the inner.
It's all mesh on the inner, single skin. So condensation will probably be an issue at some point. It's the same with the Z-Pax duplex, which I've had condensation in that before. You get condensation in most tents, to be honest, at some point.
I was going to say something about this in the video I was going to do, but I might as well say it now. Like the X-Mid one I've got, I was camped in that a little while back on top of a cliff next to the sea, and I got like extremely heavy condensation in the morning.
Okay.
And yes, I could have unclipped the inner, taken the inner out, and then if I'd wanted to, wiped the inside of the tent down to get rid of most of it. But with this, you don't have to do that. When you're in the tent, you're just there. If I've got a little towel in there, a little Sea to Summit Airlight towel.
Yeah.
Just keep that in the tent, and you can get straight to you can get to the outer. DCF, you can just wipe water off the outside.
Yeah, well, that's a good thing about DCF is it doesn't hold water. It doesn't retain water, which like sil nylon obviously does. Sil nylon absorbs the water, which then makes it heavier and harder to dry out. Whereas this doesn't do that, which is one of the advantages of this material as well. And it has a very high hydrostatic head as well, doesn't it? Something ridiculous, like 10,000 or something.
It's crazy. The other thing with the Sil Polyfloor is I believe it reduces the pack size of the tent as well.
Okay. Yeah, well,
So I was
that would
actually
make
quite
sense.
surprised when I got it. I know it's the 2-person version, but I was quite surprised. It was bigger than I was expecting.
Right.
The packed size of it. And obviously with a DCF floor, it probably would have been even bigger still.
Well, it looked because you were carrying it on the outside of your pack, and it looked it's small, quite small. Like there wasn't.
I've got it in a different bag. I've got it in an Ultra 200 dry bag, and it actually it's more like a sausage shape like that, rather than the bag that it comes in is kind of like maybe about that.
Right.
Like that. But you can hardly tell you're hurling it. It's that light. It's crazy.
Yeah, they are crazy. When I got the Z-Pack duplex, it was like that's just like you couldn't believe how light it is. It's amazing, it really is.
The noise of the main DCF tent as well. Some people I'm sure will hate it, but I actually find it quite soothing.
You quite like it?
It's quite nice.
I mean, it's a nice looking tent. Definitely is. Not jealous in the slightest. Not buying one. Not doing it.
Next time, if I see you again, you'll have one of the DCF ones who got money on it.
Probably, yes. Yeah. Thanks, Paul. Spending my money for me. Beer is burst in the bag.
My sleeping pad deflated.
My rear windscreen's been smashed.
But that's not a good look.